So find your way to your mat. Let your knees come nice and wide. Let the big toes come to touch. Sink the hips to your heels and your heart to the earth, and just let the arms extend out in front of you. Set up whatever pillows you might want to make this more comfortable. Sometimes it's nice to lay your torso on a pillow or to put one underneath your hamstrings. And then just settle that rib cage right between your thighs. Take a big inhale and stretch into the back of the body. And as you exhale, melt the heart down. Let the forehead rest to the earth. Take some deep breaths. As you fill the breath into the back of the body. Feel your sacrum expanding with that inhale. Feel that inhale travel up the back of the spine. Feel it move into the back of the heart. As you exhale, feel the back of the heart soften to the earth. Feel the ribs draw together and the sacrum melt down. And then feel that breath come into the side of the body. So as you inhale, start to feel that side body expand out, the ribs expanding into your thighs, the heart expanding out left to right. And as you exhale, everything starting to draw back into the midline. And then take the breath into the front of the body, feeling the belly expand, feeling the ribs expand, feeling the front of the heart expand. And as you exhale, melt the front of the heart, soften the ribs, draw the belly back. Take a few more breaths here. With every inhale, feeling that length in the spine. Start to walk your hands forward so you start to feel that length in the side body and in the arms as well. Every exhale is an opportunity to soften, to let your body rest down to the earth. Every inhale, an opportunity to expand, to create some space in your body. Some opening, especially in all those areas where we're kind of coiled up and feeling that tension. Feel some expansion in those areas. And the exhale is helping you to soften. And then start to walk your fingers out in front of you as you inhale. Tent up onto your fingertips. Feel the triceps wrap in towards your head. Your elbows and wrists are lifted off the earth. Bring some energy into your hands. So you have these kind of tented fingertips. And then take both hands and walk them over to the right. And then walk that right hand in front of the shoulder. Walk the left hand out. Take a big inhale. Stretch into the left side of the body. Feel the ribs expand, and as you exhale, roll your left shoulder down, roll your left rib cage down, sink your left hip down to your heel. Take another big inhale. Feel that breath up into the left ribs. Feel it move all the way into your armpits and out the fingertips. And again, exhale, soften. And then inhale, walk the hands back through center, back onto those fingertips, and over to the left. Walk both hands away from the shoulders. Take a big inhale, spine is long, right side body's long. And then exhale and soften the heart down. Another inhale, balloon up your right ribs. Feel that breath stretching in the intercostals. And then as you exhale, let that right shoulder roll down, the right ribs and the right sit bone sink down. One more big breath here. And on the next inhale, walk back to center. From here, inhale and roll up to tabletop. Walk the knees right under the hips. Set the wrists right under the shoulders. Keep the eyes closed here. Spin the biceps forward and take a moment here, just feeling both your hands, your shins, and the tops of the feet down on the earth. Feeling that spine parallel to the earth, and take a moment to set any intentions you want to set for your practice. And then hold that intention in your mind's eye and start to move your body. So moving that body with that intention, letting your tailbone rise, your heart rise, the crown of the head rise. Exhales, letting the tailbone curl, the back round, and the head drop. Inhales and opening. Exhales and rounding. And then again, letting your body just move organically. What feels good? How can you move with that intention in your mind's eye, in your movement, in your breath? What feels good in this moment? What doesn't feel so good? Where is it feeling a little bit tight or constricted? Can you try and send breath there, bring movement there, bring energy there, awareness? Just letting this movement inform you. Letting your breath inform you. So that we move with purpose, we move with intention. And then take another 1 or 2 breaths and land back into your tabletop. From here, go ahead and slide the eyes open and walk the hands out in front of you. Set the elbows down and slightly narrow up your shoulders so that your palms can come together. Hips are going to stay over the knees. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward, and then as you exhale, let the heart melt to the earth and your forehead melt to the earth. And then with the palms together, a little energy between the palms, lift your forearms and lift your hands so that the fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. And then maybe even inch your elbows a little bit further forward and squeeze them together as if you had a block there, as if you were drawing them isometrically towards the sides of the head. The palms are pressing gently together. The fingers are pointing to the sky. Holding that intention right in the palm of your hand. Expand that breath into your upper back and ribs, into your shoulders and triceps, into the hands and into the wrists. And then on the exhale, release the hands down, slide the hips all the way back to your heels. Your knees are pretty much together, about hip distance. Take one arm and then the other arm back and land in this embryo pose. With the torso draped right over your thighs, the head resting to the earth, and the shoulders draping over your thighs, over your legs. And expand that breath right into the back of the heart and into the back of the neck. And then take the arms back out in front of you. Inhale, lift back up into your tabletop. Spin the biceps forward again. Pull the belly and ribs in. This time, step the feet back and land in a high plank. Pressing the earth away, pulling the belly in and lengthening the tailbone to the heels of the feet. And as you do that, lengthen the heart and the crown of the head forward. Feel everything draw to the midline. Remember, at any point, your knees can come down, and you'll keep all of that action in your core. We've got 4 more breaths here. I'm going to start to charge up the core through this plank work. Keep the biceps spinning forward, keep the belly drawing in, the ribs hugging in. Now relax the jaw. Find that ujjayi breath, that steady in and out through the nose. On the exhale, lift the hips, take it back. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips high, draw the low belly in, lift the kneecaps, and draw the heels to the earth. From here, pedal out the knees or the feet, bending one knee and then the other. And then on the inhale, slide yourself back forward into your high plank, rolling through the wrists, the shoulders, and the ankles. Hold and breathe. From here, set your knees down, draw your shoulders back and your elbows hug into your ribs. We're going to lower slowly down. 5, hold steady. 4, little bend in those elbows. 3, not quite shoulders parallel with elbows. 2, hold there, shoulders and elbows in line, elbows squeeze in and all the way to your belly. Slide the elbows forward. Elbows land directly under the shoulders, forearms are parallel to one another. Anchor your forearms and hands down and inhale, drag your heart forward and up. Legs are anchored back and down. Lift your navel. Take an inhale here as you scoop your heart forward and you lift your navel. Exhale, draw the ribs up, the navel up, the hips and the thighs. So you're like in a knee down forearm plank. Now take your ribs and curl them down towards your hips. Take your hips and curl them up towards your bottom ribs. So you're coming into this kind of baby cat back. Start to feel that little shake in the core. Your neck is just neutral, so your head's neither dropping nor lifting. The neck is extending in the spine. That core is hugging to the midline. You should feel a little bit of a shake here. And then find that steady in and out breath again. If you're itching to lift the knees off the ground, don't worry, you will have an opportunity to go there. For now, we're just holding steady here. Feeling that really intense work in this small movement here. And then let the thighs rest, and the hips, and the belly, and the low ribs. And inhale, let the heart lift. And then on the exhale, come down to your belly. Slide the hands back so that the wrists come over the elbows come over the wrists again. Extend the legs back, take an inhale, reach your heart forward so you're in this baby cobra. Lift the belly. Keep the belly lifted, and on the exhale, press into your knees and press into your hands and lift yourself into that knee down high plank. Curl the toes under, and on the next exhale, lift the knees so you're in a full high plank. 3 more breaths here. Steady in, steady out. 2 more breaths. Steady in, steady out. 1 more breath. In and out. And exhale. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Move the head around. Press the hands and the feet evenly down into the earth and spin the triceps. Now on the inhale, look to your hands. And as you exhale, take a nice slow walk forward. Once you come to the top of the mat, let the feet land hip distance and parallel. Take a moment, rock from the balls of the feet or the toes to the heels until you settle evenly in that tripod. Soften the knees, take the hands to the thighs and inhale. Lengthen your spine forward. Pull the belly in, and then exhale and forward fold. Let the whole body hang here. Let the head hang, let the torso hang, let the arms hang. Shift around in whatever way you need to so that that upper body can be soft, heavy. The lower body is still active, holding you here with the kneecaps lifted, slightly soft. Draw the low belly in just a little bit, and then let your upper body sway side to side, as if you were kind of painting this a rainbow across the top of your mat. And feeling that same rainbow movement through your ribs and torso. And then come to center. Bend the knees a lot so your whole torso is resting on your thighs. Pull your belly in a lot. Keep your knees in tight and take a slow round up, letting the knees stay bent the whole way. The belly stay active the whole way. The head being the last thing to rise. And once the head rolls up and comes to stack right between your shoulders, roll those shoulders back and down, spin the palms forward, close the eyes. Feel into your feet. Notice if they're still in that triangular base of support. Feel if the feet are parallel or is one turned out more than the other. Then start to feel the arches of the feet lift. Sometimes it helps to lift the toes to turn on the arches. Feel the kneecaps lift. Feel your pelvic floor lift and how that transitions into your low belly lifting. Feel your heart lift as you stand up a little bit taller, and feel the crown of the head lift so the back of the neck gets long. And then exhale and feel your shoulders soften, feel your jaw soften, feel your tailbone lengthen and the feet anchor. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way out and up. The gaze can be forward or it can look up to the fingertips. Exhale, soften the knees, lead with the heart, hinge at the hips and forward. Inhale, lengthen into your half lift. And on the exhale, plant the hands, walk the feet back, downward facing dog. Triceps are wrapped in. Tailbone's lifted high. From here, inhale, lift that right leg back and up. Roll the inner thigh up and the outer hip down. Energize through all 5 toes as you press your heart back. Exhale, pull the knee into the forehead. Shift into a plank if that's available to you, or stay more in a down dog. Curl in the knee to the forehead like you're trying to kiss that knee. And then inhale, reach that leg back and up. Same thing, exhale, knee into the forehead. This time, take the gaze to your right thumb, set your foot to your thumb, set your left knee to the earth and uncurl the toes. Inhale, stretch up, low lunge. Press that back shin down, fan out the back toes and anchor the fingernails, or the toenails rather, down into the mat. And then draw that front foot and back knee towards one another. From here, bend the left elbow, set your right hand on top. Roll the tricep into your head. Take your head back into your forearm and your forearm into your head. Pull the ribs and the belly in. Feel that left hip flexor opening all the way up the left ribs, left tricep. Hold and breathe here. And then inhale and stretch the arms back up. Right hand grabs that left wrist. Reach up and over to the right. And then inhale and unwind. Exhale, set the hands down. Step it back into high plank. We're going to lower down again slowly, with or without the knees. Shoulders back and elbows in 5, 4, moving a little bit at a time. 3, you're just below that parallel. 2, and all the way to the belly. Extend the legs, tops of the feet, press down. Inhale, extend the heart, lift it, baby cobra. Hover your hands, draw the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows together and down like you're feeling the bottom tips of the shoulder blades squeeze together and down. As you do that, feel the neck and the crown of the head lengthen away from the bottom tips of your shoulders. And then exhale and lower. Forehead to the earth, wrists under the shoulders, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your navel, press into your hands and your knees. Downward facing dog. Hold and breathe in your down dog. From here, inhale, lift the left leg back and up. Exhale, bring the knee into the forehead, the navel to the spine and round. Try and kiss that knee. Keep pressing the earth away from you. Inhale, stretch that leg back and up. Same thing. Exhale, knee comes to the forehead and then look to your left thumb. Set your foot there. Set the right knee down. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, rise into your low lunge. Anchor that back shin. Anchor the front foot. Draw them together. Wrap the pinky side of the fingers in. Lift your belly. Draw your ribs in and back. Hold and breathe here. And then bend that right elbow. Set the left hand on top. Wrap the tricep in. Take the back of the head in the forearm and vice versa. So you have equal and opposite energy there. You're not just hanging out, but you have a little bit of action. Send your breath up that whole right side. And then inhale and extend the arms long. Left hand grabs right wrist. Reach it up as you inhale. And as you exhale, take it over that left hip. Right shins anchoring down, right arms reaching up and over. That triceps are wrapping down, so the palms facing the earth. And then inhale and unwind, separate the hands. Exhale, set the hands back down, high plank. Hold again, lower slowly, with the knees without, but super solid in that core, so everything lands at the same time. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Uncurl the feet, extend them and lengthen and anchor. This time, take the hands behind you and interlace. Heart comes forward and lifts. Shoulders lift up, draw back, and the knuckles reach back. And those knuckles draw the heart up. And then the navel's lifting and the heart's drawing forward. Feel the crown of the head lengthen. The knuckles lengthen back and breathe. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hands to the sacrum. and the wrists directly under the elbows. Rest the head to the floor. Take an inhale. If you want to reverse your chaturanga, you're welcome to do that by curling the toes under, lifting the knees, and on the exhale, just press through your toes in your hands. Or take an inhale, and on the exhale, press through your hands and your knees. Either way, that navel is lifted, and you're gonna land in downward facing dog. We're holding here for 5 breaths. Reconnect to that Ujjayi breath, that fluid in and out, that long, slow, deep breath. If you're not in down dog, go ahead and make your way there. And then on the inhale, look to your hands, and as you exhale, you can walk, or if you're wanting to float, float the feet forward. But again, bring them hip distance once you land there. Inhale, lengthen, find that half lift, and exhale. Find that forward fold, head releasing. Knees softening. This time, let the hands come and rest right in your elbow creases. Find that sway again. Little side to side. Little talk left to right. It can be a half circle as well. Just move around a little bit. And then slowly return to neutral. Release the arms, bend the knees, pull the belly in an inhale, roll up to stand. This time, once your head comes up and the shoulders roll back, settle in on the exhale, and on the inhale, take the arms up. Interlace all 10 fingers, and then release just the index fingers. Take an inhale, stretch up tall through your index fingers, lift your kneecaps, lift your belly, and on the exhale, reach up and over to the left. Take an inhale, lift your heart, and on the exhale, let your right hip move out to the right. Let your shoulders lift up and over to the left. Big breaths here. And then firm up that core. Start to loosen the grip on your hands, and you're gonna know right away if your back wants to do this or not. So go easy, and maybe separate the hands like you're holding a ball. Super strong in the core here. Inhale, exhale, maybe reach a tiny bit more. Get that belly really strong. And then inhale back up to center. You're gonna re-interlace the fingers, but switch up the class so it feels slightly awkward. Release the index fingers again. Inhale, stretch them up. And then on the exhale, reach up and over to the right. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale over. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, let the hips drop off to the left. Keep the shoulders and the hips squaring forward. Firm in the core, long in the neck. And they're gonna slowly start to loosen the grip on the hands. Firm up the belly, separate the hands like you're holding that big ball. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and exhale, maybe a little bit more in that fold. Belly strong, waist is working. Breathe here. And then inhale, come all the way up. Feet are still hip distance. Take the hands, interlace them behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. Reach the knuckles back as your heart lifts, belly in. Think more heart high than back. And then soften the knees and exhale, forward fold. Let the head drop once you fold. Reach the knuckles up and maybe straighten the legs if that feels good. But if it doesn't, keep them soft. Either way, they're not locked out. And then lift the shoulders away from your ears. Try and draw the palms towards one another and lift the knuckles straight to the sky as the crown of the head drops straight to the earth. And breathe into that length. Beautiful. Exhale, release the hands to the sacrum. Release them all the way to the earth. Take an inhale, lengthen hands to the shins or the thighs. And on the exhale, take it back to down dog again. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the tailbone. Good. And then from here, exhale, set the knees down. You're gonna set your elbows down like we're going into that forearm prep that we did at the beginning, but this time you're either gonna keep the forearms parallel or you're gonna interlace the hands. So if you're new to dolphin, you're gonna try this grip, the hands interlaced. It'll be a little bit more supportive for your shoulders. If you've been working dolphin, then you're gonna work the forearms parallel. Same action, those elbows are drawing together. You want the elbow shoulder distance. Inhale, breathe into the back of the heart. On the exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips, dolphin pose. So it's like down dog, but you're on your forearms. So my head is free of the floor, pressing my forearms into the earth to get that lift. Keep my tailbone lifting, keep my belly lifting. Lift my kneecaps and drop the heels. We're gonna be here for about 5 breaths. At any point, or if this doesn't feel good, you can return to that previous pose we did with our knees on the ground and the arms either extended or the elbows bent. So if this is not feeling good on your shoulders for whatever reason, feel free to return to that prep pose with the knees on the ground. You've got about another breath or 2 here. And then on the exhale, go ahead and set your knees down. Set your hips to your heels and take the arms back into that embryo pose one at a time. Let the torso settle over the thighs. And then inhale, the hands come back out in front, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, take your right leg back and up. And on the exhale this time, take the right knee to the outer right elbow. Squeeze that side body. And inhale, reach it back and up. Same thing, exhale, knee to the outer right elbow. This time, look to the pinky finger. Set your foot there. Set the left knee down. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward, lengthen your back knee behind your hips. So you're very long lunge here. Shoulders are back, heart is forward. Kind of similar to that lift in your cobra or your sphinx pose. Now, spread your 5 toes, turn them at a slight diagonal. Come to the outer edge of the foot and let the knee drop open. And then continue to scoop your heart open. Continue to breathe into your hip here. From here, keep your left hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm right up to the sky. Stretch for the ceiling. Press down into the earth. Then take that lifted arm, that right arm, reach it back behind you and let it come to rest right on the back of your left thigh. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, spin open. Stay here or maybe curl that back foot in and reach for the outer edge of the foot. Keep dropping that right knee, spinning the heart, flexing all 10 toes. And then gently release that foot. Bring the right hand back under the shoulder. Curl the left toes under. Set the right foot flat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift your knee so you're in this wide runner's lunge. Let your weight shift a little front to back. Like about an inch of movement front to back. Just opening into that hip. Shoulders are back and arms are firm. Okay, from here, take an inhale. Press the earth away. And on the exhale, take that right leg. Reach it back and up. Triceps wrap in. Spin your hip open. Bend your knee and drop the foot towards that left shoulder. But then press the left arm into the mat to get nice and long. Left heel staying behind the left toes and then take some circles in your hip with that knee, like you're drawing circles on the ceiling with your knee. And go both directions. And then extend the leg and square the hips. Take an inhale, lengthen, press into both hands, extend that leg, and on the exhale, bring that right knee towards your right forearm and the right foot towards your left forearm. So it's like you're hovering in this pigeon. And then go ahead and set down for pigeon. Slide that left leg way back. Flex or point, rather, that front foot. Take an inhale, lift the heart. So your heel can be tucked in towards your hip, or it can start to move parallel to the top of the mat, depending on your knee, depending on your hip. For this one, we want our hips to square to the mat. So for most of us, that's gonna mean bringing our shin at a diagonal and pointing our foot. Inhale here. And then exhale, we're gonna soften. Inhale, the heart drags forward. The back toes extend back, and on the exhale, soften. You can stay on your forearms. You can take that Sphinx upper body. You can make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead, or you can lie your belly and your head all the way onto the earth. Amp up the breath again. Send it into your hip. Send it across the back of the body. If your hands or your elbows are down on the mat, be mindful that the tension isn't transitioning from the hip and into your shoulders and jaw. So try and let go where you can let go. Use the inhales to create space and length. The exhales to create softening, deepening, release. One more breath. And then go ahead and walk your hands back under your shoulders as you inhale, sit up. Curl your left toes under. We're going back into that hovering pigeon. So lift the back knee, press the hands into the earth, and exhale, just hover that foot. And then inhale, take it straight back and up. Exhale, set the foot down. Inhale, forward to high plank. And exhale, lower to the belly. From here, hands by your hips like you're flying. We're gonna lift and lengthen everything into locust. Take an inhale, heart forward and up, head forward, shoulders back, arms back and up, legs back and up, and then spin the inner thighs up so that pinky sides of the toes spin down. Lift your navel, lift your heart. And then exhale, make a pillow with your hands. Set the legs to the earth wide, bend the knees and windshield wiper left to right. Okay, set the hands back under the shoulders. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, either reverse that chaturanga to down dog, press to your hands and your knees. Everybody land in down dog. Take a moment here. And then inhale, take that left leg, reach it back and up, hips staying squared. And on the exhale, bring that left knee to the outer left tricep, elbow, shoulder, hover it there. And then inhale, reach back and up. Same thing, exhale, bring it to that outer right, or excuse me, left elbow. Look at the pinky fingers, set the foot there. Set the knee down. Take an inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, release the shoulders, send that right knee way back. Turn the toes out to the left, flex them and open, spin to the outer edge of that foot. Let the knee drop open. Take a moment and breathe here. And then on the next inhale, keep the right hand under the right shoulder and spin the left arm to the sky. Reach and open across the chest. And then as you exhale, let that hand release down to the back of the right side. From here, you might stay right here, or you might bend that back foot, reach around and grab for the outer edge of the foot. Take an inhale, lift the heart, and as you exhale, spin the knee open, spin the heart open, and draw the back heel to your bone. Stay with that breath. Fluid in, fluid out. Relax the jaw, relax the gaze. And then gently release that foot. Set the hand back under the shoulder, spin the toes back forward, curl your back toes under, take an inhale, get long, and on the exhale, lift the knee. Long, wide runner's lunge. And again, take a little movement here. You can circle the hips, you can move a little front to back. From here, take another inhale, getting long, getting firm in the arms, and then on the exhale, take that left leg back and up. Triceps wrap in, hips gonna spin open, bend the knee, drop that left foot to your right shoulder, press the right hand into the mat, drop that right heel directly behind your toes, and then find those circles with the knee in the hip. and go the other direction. Good. And then from here, extend the legs, square the hips, take an inhale, stretch long, and on the exhale, left knee to the left forearm, left foot to the right forearm, hovering that pigeon, and then setting it down. Slide that right leg way back. Inhale, lift the heart and drop the shoulders. Take a moment here, setting up that pigeon, adjusting the shin where it needs to be, adjusting the foot so it's supporting your knee. And then exhale and let yourself melt down. Forearms to the earth, pillow with the hands, belly to the earth. And then drop back into that fluid Ujjayi breath in and out. Another breath or two. And then walk the hands back under the shoulders, take an inhale. Curl the back toes under and exhale, lift back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, set the foot down. Inhale, forward to high plank. Exhale to the belly. Take the hands behind the back again, switch up your clasp. Same thing, everything's gonna lift and lengthen on the inhale. So take an inhale, rise up, extend long. Knuckles back, toes back, heart and crown forward. Breathe here. And then on the exhale, soften to the earth. Make a pillow again with your hands, bend your knees, take them wide and windshield wiper. Left to right. And then release the legs, set the hands. We're going to transition back, down dog, child's pose, or stay here for about 4 breaths. You choose. Back into that fluid Ujjayi breath. Okay, make your way to down dog if you're not already there. And then inhale, look to your hands. The bottom of the exhale, step walk, or maybe float the feet forward. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. This time land with your big toes touching, your heels slightly separated. And this time on the inhale, either bend the knees and roll up again or unhinge with a nice long spine. Sweep the arms up, lift the heart, lift the fingertips. Baby standing back and then exhale. Hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Close the eyes. Take a moment and feel your body. Feel the heart beating by the thumbs. Come back to your intention. That feeling of presence. And then open the eyes and inhale, sweep the arms again. And exhale, forward fold. Land with your fingers just outside your feet. Take an inhale, lengthen, and on the exhale, sink the hips. And then inhale, take the arms up. So you're in a nice low chair. Toes can lift. Belly's lifted, heart's lifted. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, down dog. From here, inhale, take the right leg, reach it back and up. And on the exhale, bring it right between the hands for warrior 2. Spin that back heel down, open up. Extend the arms. Shoulders down. Bend that front knee, open it up. From here, draw the palms forward, take an inhale, and on the exhale, left arm on top of the right. Wrap them around for eagle arms. You can hold your shoulders, you can hold thumb and pinky, or palm to palm. Squeeze the elbows together and draw them forward. Draw the shoulders and slide them down the back, and then gently move the hands away from the face. Hold and breathe here. From here, we're gonna fold forward with these eagle arms and these warrior 2 legs. So take an inhale, and on the exhale, start to spin your navel towards that front thigh a little bit, and then come just inside the thigh with your right shoulder. Take an inhale, press into the feet, and on the exhale, hang down. Let the arms hang. Now, if your hips are feeling pretty open, you might start to peel to the midline. Try and keep that right knee opening. Let the elbows drop. Nice, and then unwind the arms. Take an inhale, walk them out at a diagonal, and on the exhale, sink the heart. Walk the hands back around to the front as you pivot to the toes of the back foot. Exhale, take it back into high plank, and then lower to the belly. Slide the elbows under the shoulders for Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift up. And on the exhale, draw the ribs, the navel, the hips, and the thighs up. Find that curl of ribs to hips. And then this time, if you want, curl the toes under and lift the knees. Steady breath in and out. Knees can be on the ground. Knees can be up. You choose. And then on the exhale, set the knees down, the thighs down, the belly, and the ribs. Inhale, lift the heart. From here, take that right forearm and turn it parallel to the top of the mat. Spin onto your right hip. Left hand's gonna end up as this little kickstand. Now flex all 10 toes. Press in your forearm, lift your chest. Feel your ribs drag. So there's a nice opening in this right waist. From here, take your top foot, bend the knee, and set it right behind your bottom leg, that right leg. Inhale here, and then on the exhale, with that flex foot, press into the outer edge of the foot, press into your forearm and your hand, and lift your hip. Stay here, or take that back leg and set it on top. Stay here, take the arm and reach it up, forearm plank. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And then slowly lower back down. Take this lifted arm and reach it towards the feet as you press into your forearm. You drag your ribs up and you drag your hip to your feet. Like you're trying to reach your ribs away from your hip this time. Good. And then from here, bring that kickstand back down to help you roll back onto your belly. Take an inhale here, hands under the shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale and take the left leg back and up. And on the exhale, bring it straight through from warrior two on the other side. Angle that back heel down, open the arms up, stretch into it. Bend into that front knee, open that front knee towards the second and third toe. Take a big inhale, stretch the arms long, stretch that back leg long, and press in the outer edge of the back foot. Spin the palms forward as you inhale. And on the exhale, right arm on top of left for eagle. Elbows draw together and lift. Shoulders draw down and back, and hands gently move away from the face. Take a moment here and breathe. Keeping the legs as they are in their warrior two, start to bring your navel towards the inner right thigh. Inhale, sit up tall, and on the exhale, fold in. Shoulder coming right inside that leg. Elbows and forearms dropping to the earth with the head. And then again, you can peel more to the midline if your hips are enjoying that, or kind of enjoying it. And breathe. And then exhale and wind the arms, set the hands down, walk them out, take a big inhale, and on the exhale, sink the heart and the head. Walk your hands back around as you spin to the toes. Inhale here and exhale, high plank. Inhale here and exhale to the belly. Sphinx pose again. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the ribs, the navel, the hips, and the thighs. Stay here, curl the toes under, and take your forearm plank. Find that fluid breath. Relax the jaw. Find the length from the heels to the crown of the head. The length from the tailbone to the heels. Belly in, ribs in. Exhale, knees down, thighs. Hips, belly, and low ribs. Inhale, heart forward and up. From here, left forearm comes parallel to the top of the mat. Right hand kickstand you as you roll onto that left hip. Flex all 10 toes. Take an inhale, press into your forearm, lift. It's like a gentle opening in that waist to start with. Then take that top leg, set it behind you. It's like your little kickstand. If you don't need it, no worries, don't use it. But you can try it. Exhale, press into your forearm, press into your leg. Decide if you want that kickstand or not. Decide if you want the hand as a kickstand or not. Lift it to the sky. You're in a nice long line, heels to crown, as if you were standing on your 2 feet. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Take an inhale, stretch to the sky with that right arm. Feel the right ribs lift, and then as you exhale, reach to your feet with that right arm. Feel the hips and the ribs draw away from one another. And then on the exhale, let the hand come down, roll to the belly. Hands under the shoulders as you inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Here, or child's pose, 4 breaths. If you want a final vinyasa, this is your chance to take it, whatever version you want. You can move all the way from standing, floating back to chaturanga, taking an up dog and a down dog. If you're not wanting that, you're gonna hold tight right here in your down dog. We're all gonna meet up here in about 3 breaths. Or you can be in your child's pose, or you can be on your belly. We're all gonna eventually land on our bellies. Go ahead and inhale and shift forward to high plank. And exhale, lower to the belly. From here, uncurl the toes, take the arms out into a T. Take this right arm at a diagonal above your shoulder and land on your left ear. And then, land on your right ear. Take your left hand to kickstand, roll on to your right hip, head is on the ground. From here, this top leg can step behind, that top arm can reach up and even drop back, or it can stay kickstanding. The hips can stay stacking. So any variation that feels good, but then press in to that right forearm and hand to lift the right shoulder. Opening into the chest here. And then slowly unwind yourself back to your belly. Set that left arm up at a diagonal. Come onto the left ear, right arm kickstands. From here, roll onto the left hip. Take that top leg. Maybe it comes behind. Maybe the right arm reaches up and drops back. And then again, press into the left arm. Lift the left shoulder. And then exhale. Set that hand down, unwind back to the belly. Hands under the shoulders. Exhale. Take the child's pose with the knees together, hips to the heels, and then the arms back and bring. Grab a hold of your heels. Bring your knees together and then lift up so you can chuck your chin right to your chest and your forehead to your knees. Keep holding on to the heels, and then on the exhale, lift the hips and come into rabbit pose. Breathe across the upper back. Lift the belly. And exhale, set the hips to the heels. Walk the hands in front of you. Inhale to tabletop. Take some cat-cows here, moving in whatever way feels good for about 2 breaths. And then inhale, neutral. Take the left arm, reach it up, and on the exhale, thread it through. Come onto the shoulder and the side of the head. Press the back of the arm down into the mat, and then inhale, reach your right arm up. And then take that right arm and wrap it around behind your back and draw the shoulders away from one another. Keep pressing the back of the left hand down. Left forearm, left whole upper arm down. Stay here or take that right leg and reach it back. Toes on the ground, heel pressing back and spinning open. Set the right knee back down. Set the right hand back down and float yourself up. Left arm floats up. Set it down. Switch. Inhale, take the right arm, reach it up, and exhale, thread it through. Coming onto the side of the head, pressing the back of the arm down and hand down. And then inhale and take that left arm up, and exhale, wrap it around. Maybe take that left leg back. Toes on the ground, heels pressing. Set the knee down if it's up. Set the hand down if it's wound up. And inhale, float that right arm back up. And exhale, set it down. Again, another cat-cow. Whatever movement here feels good. And then neutral the spine, curl the toes under, roll back over the feet. You're probably at the back of the mat here, that's okay. Stay in this squat with the knees together and the heels dropping. And then exhale and just lift the hips into a forward fold. And inhale, walk the hands forward all the way out into a down dog. And then exhale and walk the feet wide, landing outside your hands, and sit into your wide squat. Elbows to the inner thighs, thumbs to the heart. And then from here, we're gonna exhale and sit all the way down. Keep the knees wide, take the hands behind the thighs and start to rock yourself front to back with wide knees. And then land all the way on the back with those wide knees. You can switch the class to the front of the knees and rock side to side. And then bring the knees together, open the arms wide. And on the exhale, slide the hips over to the left and drop the knees over to the right. And then anchor that left shoulder down and maybe extend the legs long. And then draw that left hip away from your chest, away from your shoulder. And then bend the knees and inhale and unwind. Slide the hips over to the right and exhale, drop the knees over. Drop that right shoulder down and maybe extend the legs. Breathing up the spine. And then bend the knees and inhale and unwind. Hips back to neutral, knees back wide, hug them in. From here, happy baby. You can hold the backs of the thighs, you can hold the ankles or the shins, or you can hold the outer edges of the feet. Tailbone and back of the head on the earth, soles of the feet facing the sky. And then rock yourself side to side. And then from here, you might even extend one leg and then the other, get a little playful here. Take a couple breaths to just move the legs in whatever way feels good until you land in a Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet touching and knees opening wide and arms just in this loose cactus. Take a big inhale through the nose and fill everything up. And on the exhale, take a nice, easy release out the mouth. And take a big inhale through the nose. And exhale, a nice, easy release out the mouth. One more. Big inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, out the mouth, release the legs, release the arms. Find your final resting pose, Shavasana, taking up some space with the legs. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to do a little controlled breathing before we settle all the way into our final resting pose, before we let go of all of the effort. So either have the hands just resting alongside you, palms up, or you can take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly as you like. We're going to add a count to our breath. We're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 6. No, sorry. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 2, exhale for a count of 6, hold for a count of 2, and back in. So take a breath and let go of all the air. Empty yourself out. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. 2 more times. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold full. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty. Last one. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can keep going. Inhale a little bit more. Sip in a little bit more air. Fill yourself up completely, and then soften the jaw, soften the throat, open the mouth, and exhale. Let it all out as if you're deflating a balloon, as slow and controlled as you can. And as you're exhaling, feel the body melt down into the earth. Every bit of breath that escapes your body allows that body to get a little bit heavier, a little bit softer, until you're fully released onto the earth. And your breath returns to your comfortable, even, natural breath, no effort. And your body lies heavy on the earth, no effort. And the mind is allowed to just be present, no effort. And your whole being can just rest.
The Vulture's Wings by Mary Oliver. The vulture's wings are black death color, but the underwings, as sunlight flushes into the feathers, are bright, are swamped with light. Just something explainable by the sun's angle, yet I keep looking, I keep wondering, standing so far below these high floating birds. Could this, as most things do, be offering something for us to think about seriously? Start to allow your breath to deepen. Allow yourself to come back into your body, back into this present moment. Feeling the rise and fall of the belly once again. Taking a moment to just notice the energy in your body, the sensations in your body. That feeling of being held by the earth. And when you're ready, allow some movement to come back into your body. Maybe starting with the hands and the feet, maybe the head moving a little bit. And if your hands are by your side, let one hand come to the heart and one hand come to the belly. As you send yourself love and gratitude. As you feel that deep sense of compassion and respect for yourself, and then send that out to somebody else. Send that love, send that gratitude, send that compassion, send out that respect. Come back to your own intention. Let it come right into your heart, into your mind's eye. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness and compassion for all beings in the world around us. Namaste. You can stay in Shavasana if you have time to do that. Or you can make your way into the rest of your day.